Hi everyone, I'm Katie, your Pamlico Tar Riverkeeper, and welcome back to this week's Tell Me About It Tuesday. If you've spent time on the Pamlico River during the summer, you may have noticed times where the water turns bright green or you've seen large mats of floating scum. That's often the result of an algal bloom. Algae is a natural part of healthy rivers and estuaries, but when excess nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus wash into the water from stormwater runoff, wastewater, or agricultural sources, algae can grow out of control. And warm temperatures, lots of sunlight, and slow-moving water can make blooms even more likely as well. Some algal blooms can produce toxins that are harmful to people, pets, and wildlife, and even blooms that aren't toxic can still harm the river. When large amounts of algae die and begin to decompose, bacteria consumes oxygen in the process, which can cause dissolved oxygen levels in the water to plummet. Low oxygen conditions can cause a fish kill, like Taylor talked about in her last video. When we're out on the water, we don't just rely on what we can see, we also can use our YSI meter to collect data and see if conditions indicate a bloom. Dissolved oxygen can fluctuate dramatically, sometimes becoming supersaturated during the day as algae photosynthesize, and then dropping to very low levels overnight when photosynthesis stops and respiration continues. We also monitor pH, which often rises during blooms because algae remove carbon dioxide from the water, and we measure temperature and conductivity, which can help us understand the overall conditions that may be contributing to a bloom. At Sound Rivers, we monitor our waterways for suspected harmful algal blooms. When you report a bloom to us or when we observe one ourselves, we can document it and share it with the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality, or DEQ, and local researchers to collect samples so we can determine whether harmful toxins are present. That information helps keep the public informed, protects people and pets, and provides valuable data about the health of our rivers. Protecting the Pamlico River starts upstream. By reducing nutrient pollution before it reaches the water, we can help keep harmful algal blooms from becoming more frequent and more severe. And if you ever see what you think might be a harmful algal bloom, snap a photo, note the location, and let Sound Rivers know. Your observations can make a real difference. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Tell Me About It Tuesday.